So with this second recording for chapter 9, I am going to talk about how the pronunciation, English pronunciation, interferes with the correct pronunciation in Spanish. And the majority of our errors or accent that we hear in Spanish come from mispronouncing these 5 vowels. I put here in our notes a little diagram to show that the English vocalic system is quite complicated, whereas Spanish is simple. We only have 5 vowels, whereas English has many more, 10, 12. And that's why we have spelling bees in English, because we might see a spelling, or we'll see an I, but it's not really pronounced as an I, but as an I, or an I, or I. So we have to resist producing these sounds when we are articulating the 5 vowels in Spanish. And what I have here are the common errors that we see. The most important thing to know in Spanish, las vocales son tensas y cortas. That's right, tense and short. Whereas in English, they're not. In English, for example, when we say the word peso, which is the Mexican monetary form, even they use it in Spain. In Spanish, we say peso, short E, short O, rounded lips, peso. But an English speaker saying that same word will say peso. Now, I know I'm exaggerating these sounds, but this is exactly what we hear. We hear, instead of an E, la E, there's a diphthong that's made in English. Instead of a short O, they make a diphthong with the OU. So pay, so. So this formation of diphthongs is quite common in words in Spanish, especially if it's been incorporated into the English language or if it's a cognate. And so what I have here are pitfalls for English speakers. And you'll see there are this chapter has 1. In chapter 10, I present the remaining 2. The first pitfall is when English speakers create a diphthong or a glide when there shouldn't be one. So you can read here what it is, but in English, when we say the word no, we actually are adding this diphthong, the OU, no. Whereas in Spanish, it's no. And that's why we say the vowel needs to be short and tense when you're saying it in Spanish. It's incorrect in Spanish to say no quiero nada. And you'll hear in that final O, I'm making that incorrect diphthong. So don't do this. Another example, and you'll see it's always with these final vowels that are O or a U where we make this diphthong. In English, the number 2 is 2. Diphthong with 2 U's. Whereas in Spanish, I know this isn't the same number, but it's the actual U. Tu. We have to make it short and tense. It's incorrect to say in Spanish, tu casa es. No, it's tu. Short and tense. A yo-yo, yo-yo in English, but in Spanish, we say yo or yo. We don't say yo me llamo. So this is what I'm saying about avoiding this tendency to create a diphthong with the final O or U in Spanish. Other words that are frequently mispronounced in Spanish are English cognates. Well, what does that mean? Well, English cognates are simply words that both languages share and have the same meaning, but we have to pronounce them correctly. Fume, he smokes. You have to say fume, not fume. Particular, it's a hard word. We like to make particular. In English, we like to make this diphthong, particular. It's incorrect to say particular in Espanol. It has to be particular, particular, and avoid making this a diphthong. English, we say peculiar, peculiar. We kind of add an I there in front of the I, exactly again, creating a diphthong. But in Spanish, you can't do that. It's peculiar, not peculiar. So dropping that tendency to want to create a diphthong there. This is a double whammy. Popular, or in English, it's popular. So we have the open O, pa, and then this we make a diphthong, pular, popular. It's incorrect in Spanish to do that. In Spanish, it's popular, all rounded lips, popular. And if you round your lips, you will see that it's really difficult to do those diphthongs. Here's another one. In English, this is music, music. You're saying, well, where's the I at? Well, that's again normal in English to create a diphthong. In Spanish, it's música, rounded lips, tense and short, música. It is not musica. And you have to really retrain your mouth and your ears to know to undo this when we speak in Spanish. So in all the above verbs, a diphthong was wrongly created in the yellow highlighted vowel. Although this is correct to do in English, it is not correct in Spanish. This is one of the biggest pronunciation errors that can be easily eliminated. You simply have to focus on it. Vowels in Spanish are always short and tense. So what we have here is, I did a nice exercise here to contrast English and Spanish. And I have the recording of those words in the module. But what you want to see here is, or listen is, T, as in, I would like a T, please, versus T. Me, me. D, D. E, E. Leo, or Leo, Leo. My knee hurts, knee. Pete, pito, seat, sitio, be, go through the whole thing and do it. And I love these words. You'll see them all over the place on your exam, on your grabación dos, and you need to overcome these words. They are most commonly heard in the university that you will always use and where we almost always hear mispronunciation errors. And so practice saying them correctly. Música, ocupado, universidad, ridículo. I'm saying them nice and slow, and you can see that all the highlighted vowels are you in this sense, and your lips, if you round them a lot, purse your lips a lot to say this, you will eliminate that tendency to want to say música. That's incorrect. It's música, ocupado, universidad, not universidad, not ocupado, not ridículo, sino ridículo, not particular, but particular, peculiar, popular, museo. And on the other hand, we do have these diphthongs that are difficult to pronounce for English speakers, and you need to hear a difference between pena and peina. Pez, base. Reno, reino. Veinte, veinte, viento. A lot of you in this section will produce these sounds exactly the same. You'll say pena, peina. Because again, the tendency to want to create diphthongs here is very strong. And you have to make sure that your vowels are short and tense and eliminate any other vowels except those that you see on the page.